Okay, so today I'm gonna explain why progressive overload works, and the biggest reason is because of the winner effect, and that's our whole theme today. So this is how it goes: you win once, you will win more. Same thing with losing. So they did experiment with rats and mouse. They put them in a tube like this, as you can see. Wait, let me move the camera a bit. Okay, I think that's good. So they put them in a tube, and they have to push each other off because they don't like mouse and rats don't like being in the same environment. So they see each other, they fight in the center, then either mouse or rat wins. I think the mouse wins in this point. And the thing is, he managed to push off the rat, and that same rat was put in the with another mouse, and he lost again because he already lost once. And that mouse always won whenever he was put with another rat. It's the same thing with with everything. Actually, everything you're trying to do. So you, I don't know, when you played video games, you had like this losing streak. You only you had to lose once, and you lose many times again, like 15 or 20 games, whatever. And when you won once, there was more likely that is gonna same thing is gonna happen again. And the thing is, how do you keep winning? Set small goals for yourself. So you usually what happens is you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna wake up. I'm get some sunlight. I'm gonna work out for 2 hours in the gym. Then I'm gonna work on my business for 5, 10, 12 hours. And you woke up and you don't do any of that shit because you probably didn't do one thing and then nothing happens. And plus, you see that big monster like a lot of work. What you have to do is start small. Tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna wake up and get some sunlight. If that's your first thing. And I'm not gonna work out for 5 hours. How much I said? 3 hours. I'm gonna work out for 10 minutes or just do one push up. I'm not gonna work on my business for 5 or 10 or 12 hours. I'm gonna work for 10 minutes again. And here's the thing, okay, so your goal was to just do one push up. You're gonna do, and the thing is, probably not gonna do just one push up like most of the time. You're gonna do, your goal was to do one, then you're gonna do one set till failure. Same thing with the business. You tell yourself, okay, I'm just gonna script this video for 10 minutes. Then you get that like dopamine release when you manage to do that because it was easy. Then you're gonna do more. You have to keep the bar low. Like, here's the thing, you gotta, how much do you need to lower the bar? You have to lower the bar at the point if you have like the biggest diarrhea ever, like you're really sick, you have to shit every 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You can do one push up at that point, yeah? Even at your worst days, you can do one push up. And that should be your whole goal. Because one quote I made up for myself is, if your goal is to do one push up, you're gonna do 100. But if your goal is to do 100 push-ups, you're not gonna do a single one. Makes sense, right? So literally up until this point you just sorry. Up until this point you just said some shit like, okay, I haven't meditated for 1 hour today. I'm gonna meditate for 2 hours tomorrow. Yeah, totally. Then you don't do that shit. But if you tell yourself, okay, I didn't meditate for 1 hour today, I'm gonna only do it for 30 seconds. Or one mindful breath, like this, you know? Just like that. What else? You tell yourself, okay, uh, what would be another good example? Okay, journaling. Journaling sucks, right? You get a piece of paper or like your journal and a pen and you have to write some shit. Just write one thing you're grateful for. If you're the gratitude journal, of course. Or let's say with reading sucks, okay? So I'm not gonna read the whole book in the one morning. I'm gonna, or some ridiculous shit like that. I'm gonna read one page. And another thing is, don't, like, even if you have like even if that sucks, you gotta only take it one step at a time. Okay, let's say you wanna go to the gym. You don't you don't think about the like big squats you have to do like a lot. Even if you do one, and it sucks. Okay, even if you do it right. Think about, okay, now you're in the room. What is the next step? Okay, I'm gonna get my shoes. Get your shoes. That was easy. Okay, you get your clothes. I guess you're already dressed. You get your earbuds on music. Now you're a little bit hype, right? You get your Dutch bag, put everything inside. That was pretty easy. Then you just start walking towards the gym. You get into the gym. You put your stuff in like the locker room you have. Then you do a warm up, like push ups, a little bit of stretching if you do that. And then it, you did everything up until this point, and the only thing are the squats left. And now you want to do squats even more than you thought of. Then and then you after the squats, okay, that felt pretty good. Then you want to do like bench press or something, and just continue. And all of a sudden, you did like the whole workout. You gotta, you gotta realize that all those disciplined people you saw on the internet, they did not start like they do now. They don't just say, okay, I'm gonna work out for 12 hours a day and they do it. Nah, they started small too. Or they really had like big willpower. Or like just the wish, the why that we talked about in like the how we build the self disciplines from scratch. They had like big why they want to do it, and they just did it. No problem. Okay, no problem. Like they still have like this fighting your demons inside, but they had like this big wish to do it, and that is still not easy. Chances are it's better for you and even more fun for you. Like discipline is supposed to be fun. You start like low, then you go up. and it's not that, it doesn't take that much to get you start working a lot. It basically when you do it every day, it just becomes a routine, and that's what we want: consistency. We just want to work no matter how much. You know how I told you, like, even at your shittiest day, you did work. And how do you do that? Okay, plan is to work out. Just do one push-up. That's it. If you're uh, planning to work like on your business, 10 minutes of scripting. You can do that even at your worst days. Meditation, one mindful breath. Reading one page of the book. And that's it. I had the same problem, and like everybody does this shit when they just start stuff. Okay, I'm gonna work out for like 2 hours. Okay, I did five, and I only managed to do it once a week, and I didn't do any progress because it sucked. And even if when I did it, I didn't feel good. Once I told myself, okay, I'm a stretch for 6 hours, like for martial arts, like the legs. Okay, I managed to do it. I still feel like shit because it wasn't fun. Okay, then you think about the next day. Oh shit, I have to do this shit again. But once I told myself, okay, I'm gonna do for only 5 minutes, then it became easy and fun actually. I didn't do like 6 hours of stretching like was the usual plan, but I did like 2 or 3 hours just because it was fun. Don't think about the big bees. Don't ever think about like okay, I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna do one push up, then okay, but you realize that in the end you're gonna do 100 push ups, and that still sucks. You first have to win, because that's like thinking, okay, one push up, then when you talk of these 100 push ups, you it's like that becomes the new goal, and we don't want that. We want our goals to be like small at the start. Bar is supposed to be low. That's how we become the great. Anyways, if you want to learn more about self-discipline, and have the whole community on school, it's called Fight School. It's down in the comments. The link is below. And there I have made a full self-discipline course. Also, you have the whole community you can chat with, talk to people. And whenever I'm gonna do Q&A soon, whenever like the live call on the Zooms, where I'm gonna answer your questions about life, self-discipline, and self-improvement itself, whatever you have. And if you have like any other questions, you can just ask me there, and it's only for $100. So, see ya.